Welcome back, friends, and gather round for episode 15 of Simply Walking into Mordor. As always, this is Nauglir here, and we have some exciting things to do this episode. As you'll probably have already noticed from the title of the episode, we are going to be showcasing one of our skirmishes that we unlocked at level 20. But first, let me extend a special welcome to you if this is your first week or so of watching these videos. Just a quick reminder, there's one coming out each and every day. And yeah, we'll be documenting the journey of Nauglir here, the High Elf Champion, from level 1 to level 115. We've reached level 20, and we are still preparing ourselves to go to the Lone Lands. We're going to just clean up some loose ends first, finish off Book 1 of Volume 1, and then we're going to showcase that skirmish that I was talking about. So, without any further ado, let's get underway. We have our Book 1, Chapter 12, the Black Rider's Designs. We're going to talk to Strider, and he is right here in the Prancing Pony, which we are conveniently right outside. So, let's head on in. Heading to Strider, back into Strider's room, just around the back here. The door to Strider's room is locked. Oh, dearie me, wonder why. Perhaps it's because Strider's already left with the hobbits he was talking about. That's alright, so let's go talk to Barlaman, see what we can sort out. Barlaman Butterbur, the innkeep of the Prancing Pony. Quite forgetful he is, though. I wonder if he'll be any help.
Oh, so much to do.
So busy that I didn't see you. There's never a moment's peace here, if I may say so. I was so worried that he'd sour my beer for letting Mr. Underhill and his friends go off with that ranger. Okay, so Gandalf is here, and Strider has taken Frodo and the other hobbits. So we're going to talk to Gandalf and see how everything is going. Right, and I think Gandalf's room is just a bit further along than Strider's room. It's up here. Yes, in here through this door. We get to Gandalf's room, and here he is, Gandalf himself. It's pretty awesome, getting to talk to a powerful wizard. Book 1, Chapter 12.
Why do you disturb me?
Why do I disturb you? Well, probably a good question. You have no idea who I am. Yes, you are Gandalf the Grey. He set me to a task. It is not much less urgent than his own, no. Tell me your tale and I will deliver it to him. Okay, well, okay, good. Angmar arises. Yes, we've found this out, and we are going to be set off with good fortune, but we are going to hinder the Witch King's plans if we may. Gandalf has set us on a mission. We're going to hinder the Witch King's plans, and in return he gives us this necklace, which is amazing for us, so we're definitely going to use that. You need our assistance. Okay. The shadow of Angmar spreads far and wide. We've done good for the people of Breeland, but he has learned from Gwaihir the Windlord that another of my order has found corruption in the Lone Lands, east of Bree. It may even be related to the dangers you encountered from the Great Barrow. Unfortunately, Radagast, so we're going to see Radagast, the brown wizard, is given to wandering and will be difficult to find. I would ask that you enlist the assistance of the rangers in finding his location. There's one here in Breeland, Ceradan, who will be able to help you. Head out of Bree through the west gate and turn north along the Greenway. Seek Ceradan at his cabin on the east side of the Greenway, across from Thornley's worksite. Okay, so we're going to go off to Ceradan, and that will get us ready for the Lone Lands. There's a new quest here that I haven't noticed before. The Road to the Lonely Mountain. Ah, so this quest is kind of an on-ramp to the Lonely Mountain instances, which I believe did unlock at level 20 as well, so that's why this quest would be level 20. There's a cluster of instances that center around the story of the battles for Erebor and the Lonely Mountain during the time of the War of the Ring, and they do on-ramp at level 20, so... Oh my, we've been teleported. That was unexpected. Okay, we're in Rivendell. That is kind of helpful, I guess. That was very unexpected. So, I guess we're in Rivendell now, which is kind of handy because, you know, it's good to have stable masters. And Rivendell is usually, you know, level 40. takes to get here, so the free teleport, I don't mind at all. I guess we're taking a bit of a detour before we hit the Ceradan, but that is alright. So we are going... That was so unexpected. Okay. We're just going to go over to the Stablemaster around here, and then I guess we will teleport back to Bree. We can't swift travel. Rivendell is a beautiful, beautiful city, haven of the elves in Landroval. And if you remember, we have been here before.
What do you
Stablemaster here? We cannot travel back to South Bree. Yeah, minimum level 40 for this route. That is how high you're meant to be when you arrive here. Oh well. Yeah, as I was saying, we have been here before. If briefly, during the end of our introduction, we were in the last homely house with Elrond, and so we're going to go back and speak to him. I think he'll be glad to see that we have decided not to leave Middle-earth, and we are instead fighting the good fight. But I'm pretty sure he won't remember us. He sees a lot of people, and gotta give him something. But yes, Rivendell is quite a beautiful place. Autumn leaves are very pretty. It is a bit of an annoying town to ride around though. Got lots of winding roads and bridges and rivers, and so while it is beautiful, it is a bit annoying to get around. That's alright, we are making our way to the last homely house to speak to Elrond, and then we will return to Bree after being rudely teleported without our consent. Usually quests give you a warning about that sort of thing, but there was no such warning for that quest. Oh well, we're here now. What can you do? Let's head into the last homely house. This, of course, is where the Council of Elrond was held, and we will get to find out a bit more about that as we reach closer to level 50. Just going to walk up here, heading up to the library, which is where Elrond can be found on the top floor, just through this door here. Alright, we'll pop down here, speak to Elrond, do a little barrel roll.
Hope is not
Welcome.
in vain.
Yes, Gandalf the Grey has sent us to you. Okay, so he's going to get us to speak to some more people. We're not going to do that right now. We're going to go back to Bree, because this was a bit unexpected. We do have some other things planned, and we do want to get them finished in time. So, we're going to quickly ride to Ceradan from Bree. Ride to Ceradan's cabin. We're going to take a swift travel horse from the south gate to the west gate. If you don't know, that is kind of a handy thing about Bree. 2 Stablemasters, they go to different places, and so there's a swift travel for less than a silver piece in between the two, and that is definitely a useful thing to know about if you're new to the game, or if you're new to Bree, or if you just never noticed it before. It's good to be able to swift travel in between the gates. Alright, let's hop on our own horse here. And we are going to head off to Ceradan's cabin. Now on the way, guys, I just wanted to speak a bit about some changing of plans in how this series is going to go. I've realized that it's a bit impractical to do all of the epics. It'll take a long time. So what I have planned, I've got something a bit different planned. We're going to basically play the game as I would if I were leveling a character from 1 to 115. So hopefully I'll show you some neat little tricks that get you leveling a bit faster, and what levels to go to which zones. So hopefully that'll be interesting information. But basically, the way I want this series, specifically Simply Walking into Mordor, to go is to kind of give you guys a snapshot, a glimpse, a showcase, if you will, of the good features that LotRO has to offer. And so I do want to showcase every instance that we unlock as we go along. I'll get some friends involved. We'll do some group content as we go up in level. But yeah, I don't want to bog down the progression. I want to show you an overview, if you will, of Lord of the Rings Online, and that way, hopefully, you'll get a sense for the game. And if you do have any questions or if you want to know about something more specific, I will, of course, be happy to show you guys and to explain those things as we go. We've arrived here at Ceradan's cabin, and we're going to complete our quest for him to... Yep, Ceradan's call. He sent us a letter in the mail. We're not going to do any more quest for him. Just going to hand that one in for some free XP.
What can I do for you? And
we're going to continue the Book 2 forward, aiding the Order. And he actually has a horse that can take us to Candaith's camp. Candia?
What can I do for you?
Candaith. Yep. Candaith's encampment. We're not going to take him up on that offer. We are going to ride back to Bree and go to the skirmish camp there, and we are going to showcase one of our skirmishes that we unlocked. But yes, guys, as I was saying, we are going to take a bit of a different route. If you have been watching previously, my plan was to kind of level up through a zone, but make sure I did all the epic quests. But Volume 1 in particular is extremely long. We will do most of Volume 2, because you do unlock things from doing Volume 2. And so we are going to unlock as much as we can. But yeah, we're not going to do all of Volume 1. It is a really well-written story, and I'm planning to do a series where I level a character and just film the epic story individually and kind of edit that all together, so you kind of get one flow-through story. But that will be a bit down the track. So just for now, for simply walking into Mordor, we are going to kind of do a showcase of all that LotRO has to offer and not get bogged down in one thing too much. So we're arriving here back at Bree, and we're going to take our swift travel back to the South Gate, where the skirmish camp is. The word I'm looking for. Word. Hard to say. Alright, we'll get teleported down to the South Gate. I did take the swift travel, yep. Sometimes these rides before you hit the swift travel are a bit longer than you expect, and you end up wondering if you purchased the right travel, but it's all good. We've got the right one. And we're just going to quickly speak to the skirmish captain before we begin our skirmish to make sure we've got the right skirmish traits equipped for our battle. So, skirmish captain, manage our traits. Hello, mate.
For you?
Yep, we've got level 5 herbalist. That's what we want. We've got our big heal over time. That's very helpful. And extra tactical mastery, which will let our herbalist heal for bigger values. So, here we are. We're going to launch our skirmish. The way that is done is by pressing the keys Control-J, and that opens up the instance finder and collapse all these menus. There's a lot to choose from, these instances. This is where all the instances in the game are housed, and you'll just have the ones that are available to you unlocked. There's the Road to Erebor ones. I've just launched something. There's the Road to Erebor ones that I was speaking about before. That's what this Road to Lonely Mountain is talking about. But we're going to do a skirmish. We're going to do an offensive skirmish called the Storm on Methedras, as you probably already know from our title of the video. We're going to call this at level 21. You can choose what level you'd like to run the encounter. You can also choose what size, and skirmishes have the largest array of sizes to choose from. Size 1, 2, 3, 6, or 12. That is just talking about how many people it's scaled to have. And also tiers. You can increase the difficulty of your instance by increasing it up to tier 3, tier 2, or leaving it at tier 1. We're going to leave it at tier 1. Play at level 21, because as you can see, we are just about to hit level 21, 208 experience away. Very close indeed. So we're going to launch this without any further ado and get this underway. We already have an open invitation. That was my bad. We're going to open a new one. Get into the Storm on Methedras.
While the Grey Company journeyed south to the aid of Aragorn, we came upon a Dunlanding hag named Gwylion, called the Old Woman of the Mountain. She sought to raise an army of ancient evil to aid the White Hand against Rohan. It was our duty, Amlon's and mine, to keep her at bay.
Right, so the story behind this skirmish is a bit out of order. It actually fits into Volume 3. As you can see here, we have found Ceradan, and he's the guy that we just talked to in Bree. But yes, in Volume 3, the Rangers travel south, and so we I've kind of jumped the gun a bit on the story, but this instance does unlock at level 20 for some reason, so we're going to run it anyway. Now we'll make sure we call our soldier to help us, our herbalist here, and she will heal us very effectively. As you can see, she's level 20. She scales to the same level as your character. So, Ceradan, we are going to capture the outer courtyard. Ceradan must survive, but he's not going to follow us for now. He's going to let us go forth and attack the denizens of evil that Gwillian the sorceress is summoning. We're going to get into our AoE mode because there are lots of enemies here for us to strike. And here we are with our first skirmish encounter. So these 4 enemies will be linked together with threat, and they will all come at us at once. Now, as you can see here, we've got a lieutenant, if you can see, the Defender of the Vile, the one I've got selected. He is a defensive bonus to everyone else around him, so it's important that we kill him first. And we just leveled up there to level 21. So we're going to do some things after we kill these trees. There we go, they've gone down. We're going to dismiss our herbalist, just like that, by right-clicking on her portrait, and recall her to have her level up with us to level 21. We're going to get our new trait point, increasing our number of targets once more. And we're going to head forth here. We're running up to the gate here where we can claim the area, but we've got some more enemies in the way first. It looks like they are ready to fight us. This Snow Fever looks like a range guy, so we're going to run up to him and fight him here. Use our Battle Frenzy skill. That Illidan is not being very cooperative. Alright, we've brought down some of these enemies. The Illidan's quite difficult to hit. Gives us a extra miss chance. Alright, we can claim the banner. So here we claim the banner. The gate opens in this instance, and we're going to have to defend it from some counterattacks. Ceradan and Amalan have joined us here, and we're going to wait for these counterattacks to come at us. As you can see, there's quite a few enemies coming towards us. We do have the ability to deal with quite a few enemies at once on this class in particular. So I might actually call some extra enemies to fight. This Huron is being called by our herbalist healing. Attack her instead. Not ideal. We're actually going to run out here and grab some extra guys. We've got ourselves a new, what is he, a lieutenant, new lieutenant. And this lieutenant, the Troll Wound Taker. He basically will take damage instead of other enemies. And so he goes down before the other one, before you take him down. He's kind of like a tank, just for the enemies. Alright, XP galore. You might have noticed that skirmishes are quite a good way indeed of gaining XP for yourself, as there are lots of enemies here to fight, and at the end there's a nice little quest XP reward to get. Alright, so we're bringing these guys down with ease, being healed by our herbalist, crushing them with our AoE attacks, and they will fall with ease. Alright. Now, here is another interesting thing about Storm of Methedras in particular. At each gate, there will be an encounter. 2 gates, there's one up there and one just here. There will be an encounter after the 2 counterattacks. So here we found Garzog, and the thing about skirmishes, they each have their different encounters. Encounters are usually single enemies that are quite strong. I think he's lowered our melee attack there. Yes, as I was saying, skirmishes each have their own set of encounters, which are specific enemies to those skirmishes, and they each contribute to a deed. Storm Methedras. You can see there we also got 4 marks and a medallion for defeating him. And if we look at our deeds for skirmishes, Storm Methedras has 9 encounters to fight. And it's pretty much random which ones you get throughout your run of the skirmish. And so you kind of just got to run it a bunch of times to get that deed done. We're going to run through here, get all of these enemies. Let's clean them up all at the same time, use our challenge. And they are the herbalist. This is the strat. The herbalist tank. Basically, the herbalist was healing us, so the enemies went to her. She was generating some threat. I might explain threat in a later video, but basically she healed me, they wanted to kill her, and so they ended up all attacking her. Some people use herbalists as tanks. It's a viable option. There is a tank soldier, the protector, but the herbalist can heal herself, so I guess she makes a viable option for a tank as well, and she gets all the threat just by healing you, so I guess it works. So we've cleared this area. We're going to claim the banner, get ourselves 4 marks. Ceradan and Amlan are going to run up. We're going to have to defend ourselves from a counter-attack. Just want to heal our power up there, restore it. And we're actually going to run out, grab a bunch of extra enemies here, and fight them all, getting ourselves lots of experience at once. I'm kind of clearing out this room. Oh, so much experience at once. That was so good. Kind of clear out this room before the counterattacks even finish. So, here we are. We're going to grab here. I think those... Yeah, those tailed Brennan guys, they're a bit lost. Well, what can you do? Here they are. What's wrong with what they're doing? Bringing down some pain on these guys. Finish them up. Alright, and we've got a third counterattack. That's alright. Just gonna run up here, grab the last of these enemies so we clear this room before the counterattacks are even done. Use our Raging Blade there to do heaps of damage to them all, making good use of our extra targets that we've acquired from our recent traits. Alright, and here we are with our next encounter. We've finished off the counterattacks, and I can't quite remember what these guys are called. They have a name. They're just of the ancient evil type. I'll remember their name at some point. But we've got him. He's a bit of a beast. They are one of the nameless. And yeah, he's finished. Bit dramatic with his death there. Yes, as I was saying before, Gwillian is trying to raise an army of ancient evil, and so that was definitely one of them. He would claim the last banner, and this fight is actually one of the most difficult in all of the skirmishes, this boss fight. There are 2 bosses in the Storm of Methedras. Gwillian will first call a dragon to herself, a drake, rather, not a dragon. So here he is, Echud, the drake, and he will come down. He's powerful on his own. We're going to actually let Ceradan and Amlan deal with the drake, because we need to protect this Dunlending drummer. And so, as the drake goes down, you'll notice that he summons some little drakelings, and we need to protect this drummer. So we're going to kill these wither younglings, because they do a devastating amount of damage. And so we're going to get rid of them, and hopefully Ceradan and Amlan are doing alright on this drake. Okay, and there's more drakelings now, so we're going to protect the drummer. This is one of the more involved boss fights in skirmishes in LotRO, but it's fun. So once this drake goes down, we are going to have to finish off Gwillian. We can collect the drake's body, get ourselves a token, and here we are fighting Gwillian. Her fight is not very difficult. She does create a miasma that makes it very hard to move, but she's a pretty easy one to finish off after the drake is gone. So after we're at this point, it's a pretty easy fight. We finish her off, we can collect a bounty from her, and claim this last post, which gives us a quest reward and a bunch of marks medallions, which is very, very handy. We can collect our fancy wood chests. These are found at the end of all instances. Get ourselves a bounty and some silver. Bounties basically just sell for silver. Good way of getting money. And we can finish off this quest, giving us a nice bonus to our experience. So there we go, the Storm of Methedras. That is the entire instance. I'm sure we will run that fight many more times, but hopefully that gives you a taste of the encounter. And yeah, it's a pretty fun one to run. It's a very quick one as far as skirmishes go, which is why I kind of bundled it in with other things But yep, the next 2 episodes are going to be showcasing the other 2 skirmishes that we unlocked. The Trouble in Tuckborough skirmish and the Siege of Gondomon skirmish. So, until then, guys, that is going to be all for today. So, I really hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And if you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see as we go on to 115, make sure you leave it down in the comments below. As always, guys, it was a pleasure playing with you. And this is Nauglir. I'll see you tomorrow.